Vitamin D, it's all on my body. Drinking on water, I don't pop the Molly. New kicks on my feet like I do karate. Von Cree on my body, I don't wear no time. You smoking on Jusscj.
YouTube, we back with another video. It's Jusscj, and we're back with another story time. I'm gonna tell y'all about my 10th grade in boarding school. I told y'all about my 9th grade year, and I'm gonna tell y'all about my 10th grade year right now. So basically, at the boarding school, you obviously live there, and we would have a break every like 2.5 months. So my parents would have me fly back home all by myself, fly back there, and it was a lot of work. But yeah, so 10th grade year, I got used to the school. Played basketball both years. I didn't really like the basketball there. That's why I wasn't really like committed to it, but I played basketball both years, and I started making more and more friends. And then this year I got into one fight. I got into one fight, and I got into more trouble, and it was just crazy. So I'm gonna start it out with the fight. It was during this basketball game. After the basketball game, some kid had lost his earbuds, and he was asking everybody, did we see them? He asked me. I was like, nah, I ain't see your earbuds. And then one day I was in class, and there's this one class, it's called personal fitness, and you get to work out, and then once you're done with your workout, you can play basketball or do whatever you want. So I had my headphones in, and then there's one dude, he was like, yo, those look like Frank's headphones. Those look like Frank's headphones. I'm telling him you took his headphones. I was like, no, I didn't take his headphones. These are my headphones. I've had these headphones since last year when I first came here. And then basically that weekend, he ended up telling him. I'm like, yo, what you tell him for? These are my headphones. And this is before a basketball game. So I'm asleep. Well, I'm not asleep. I'm getting ready to go to the basketball game because it was a away game. So I'm packing all my stuff in my gym bag so I can get ready. And then I always have my door locked so nobody can just walk up in my room. And they could start banging on my door. Chris, open the door. He's trying to make his voice deep. He's like, Chris, open the door. I know you have my headphones. Everyone's telling me you have my headphones. And I was like, what? I don't have this dude headphones. And my roommate at the time was Josh. And I didn't have a roommate no more. I didn't have Jesse no more. It's Josh. It's my dude Josh, bro. This dude funny. But he was like, don't open the door, don't open the door. I was like, I'm not gonna open the door. I don't have his headphones. And then he was like, oh, all right. And then basically what happened was they kept banging on the door, had more people crowding around. And then my dude Miani, he's Liberian. He was new this year. He was an 8th grader. And he was like, oh, I can hear you moving around in there. Stop laughing, I can hear you laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. There's like 3-4 people outside my room. And then basically, I had enough of them banging on my door, so I was like, yo, Josh, open the door. And then Frank come in the room while I'm laying on my bed like this. And then he was like, where's my headphones? I know you took them. I was like, I didn't take your headphones. He was like, where's my headphones? I know you took them. I was like, I didn't take your headphones. And then that's when this dude started going through my stuff. He opened my bag, poured on the ground, poured everything out the bag. And my cologne was in there, broke my cologne. Everything was like messed up. And then he was like, so where's my headphones? I was like, I don't have your headphones. And then he was like, all right, bet. You don't wanna give me my headphones? I'm gonna take this, and then we can talk about it when you bring up my headphones. And what he took was my speaker, and my speaker, it was a JBL, so I wanted it back. Like, I was like, yo, give me my stuff back. What are you doing? And then he was like, no, give my headphones back. So then that's when I started walking with him out. Like, he started walking away out of my room. So I'm walking beside him. I'm like, holding my hand out. I'm like, yo, give me my speaker back. And I kept saying it over and over, give me my speaker back, give me my speaker back. He said, give my headphones back. And mind you, it's raining outside. So I didn't have shoes on, I had socks on. And he walks outside. I'm like, yo, this dude crazy. And then basically I'm still walking beside him. And I'm like, give my speaker back. He's like, give my headphones back. And then we kept going back and forth. And then after that, this dude, like after like 5 minutes of going back and forth and walking, this dude gonna grab me by the neck. And this is on like rocks, cause like they were having construction building the new girls' dorm. So this was on rocks, not even on pavement. And on top of that, it was raining and muddy and stuff. So he grabs me by the neck. Now, at first I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I lift his hand up and then I brought him down with one hand. And then I started punching me. And then that's when the house parents came out and put him on the ground. And then I got my speaker out of a puddle and just started walking back to my room. And I almost didn't make it to the game because of this stupid stuff. And basically he ain't talked to me after that, and nobody wanted to talk to him anyways because he stunk. Every time he walked in someone's room, he smelled up the whole room. He tried to fight me, and it just made him look dumb. And then yeah, that's the fight I got into. Yeah, other than that, this year I really wanted to go home. Like, I was feeling like homesick. I really wanted to go home this year, and I always called my mom. I was like, Mom, I want to come home. I don't want to come back here next year, this and that. And then she was like, I don't know, we'll think about it, we'll talk about it when you come home, this and that. And then basically another incident I got into was, I wasn't in my room, but my friend let people into my room and they started smoking in my room. And then someone reported that they smelled smoking. So I was like, oh bro, get out of my room. Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble. And they were actually smoking like real cigarettes. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? We got sports and stuff. You smoking cigarettes, menthols, stuff like that. That's disgusting. You gonna be out here coughing and stuff. And then basically Mr. Brown calls Isaiah, me, and Reese up to Reese's was a new kid this year too. He calls us up to the up to his personal office. He was like, why am I getting this that you guys are smoking? And then I was like, I don't smoke. Why would I smoke? And plus I have asthma, which would make things worse. He was like, okay. And then he let me go. So I was like, yes sir, I'm not getting in trouble today, because like I wasn't even doing none of that. I don't even know why they was in my room doing that. They should have went in their own room. And then basically he let them off the hook too. And then they found like dip cans. If you don't know what dip is, it's like chewing tobacco. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's like chewing tobacco, I think. And you like put it in your lip and then you let it and then you spit it out. It's disgusting. Anyways, that's what they did. And I really thought I was gonna get in trouble. And then I was just worried. I was like, what if I get in trouble for something I didn't do? And then they tell my parents, and my dad's a cop, so I'm like, this is gonna look bad for me. And then basically, at the end of the day, I didn't get in trouble, thank God. And yeah, they just searched the room. Like, when they searched the room, they searched the room. Like, really searched the room. Like, they ransacked the room. And then weeks later, they have police dogs coming into the room, coming into rooms and stuff, and trying to catch people with weed and drugs and stuff like that. And thank God there was nothing in my room at all, because I would have been mad if there was something in there. And they came into the school too during class. These dogs come running up on my book bag, coming running up on other people's book bag. I'm like, why are they on my bag? I don't have anything. And then they had dog drool all up on my bag and stuff. I was like, yo, they wanted to fix that and stuff. And yeah, and eventually some dude got caught with weed in his room, and he was legal, like he was 18, so he went to jail. But like, I don't think he stayed there. They like put him in there and talked to him and then let him out or something like that and gave him a warning or something. And everybody felt bad for him. And yeah, it was crazy. But another crazy thing that happened was this fight between these two kids, I don't know why it happened in someone else's room. Like, stuff is always happening in other people's room. That's why I'll always keep my door locked. So it happened in other people's room, and this one kid was smaller and like less stronger than the other dude. The other dude was like tall and I guess you could say strong. I mean, I don't know. But basically, the tall kid just beat the brakes off to him and slammed his head into the desk and all this and stuff, and the kid had blood coming down his face. And then after that, Emerald is from last year. I forgot to bring him up. I think I did, but I don't know. Emerald, Eb, and I think someone else. Eb is new this year. He's Miani's cousin. And JD is Miani's brother and Eb's cousin too. So they was all there, but JD wasn't there. He was just like there watching or whatever. And then basically they jumped into the office. Eb and Emerald started beating the brakes off of Wyatt, and Wyatt got messed up. Eventually he ended up getting expelled from the school for beating the one dude up so bad. Me and Josh, Josh and Miani, we was like the three musketeers. We would always hang out together and stuff, and we would always be doing stuff and doing stuff that was funny, and we would always be getting hours and getting in trouble. And basically the house parent, Mr. Brown, he was like, you keep doing this and you might get a letter of recommendation to not come back. And we were like, we don't care because we don't really want to come back anyways. But I know that if I would have got that I would have got in trouble. So I started acting better at the end of the year. And then basically what I found out that Emerald, Darius, JD, Miani, Josh, we all live near each other, and we all like ended up going to this school. So it was crazy, and I felt like it was good to meet them because like I still talk to them today. Like, they're still friends of mine and stuff. So not everything bad was about that school. Like, I got some good things out of it. Like, I ended up getting some friends that I feel like I would be friends with in the long run. So yeah, that's one thing that I liked about the school. The other thing I liked about the school was me being independent. Like, I like feeling independent. I like doing stuff on my own. So like what I mean by that is like getting my own money, being able to spend the money like how I want to. We used to go to the airport with everyone and friends and like bus groups and stuff. And me flying there, me flying back, that like the sense of independency, I liked it. So not everything was bad about the school. The only thing I didn't like about the school was the house parents. Some of them were rude, and I didn't like the teachers. Some of the teachers, like I didn't like the teachers. I didn't like house parents. I didn't like the way hours worked and the lunch schedules, like the eating schedules. Like, breakfast would be in the morning before school, obviously. Lunch would be during school, and then dinner would be at like 4 o'clock. So the rest of the day you're just starving from 4 to like 11, because that's when you had to shut your doors and stuff. So like from 4 to 11 you're just starving. So that's when you go to the store and like get food. But when you run out of food and you run out of money, you're just starving. So like I wish there was like, you could eat later on in the day or something. But yeah, those are like the only things I hated. Also, what I hated was the dorms. Cause like kids would be really loud, like the littler kids, they would be really loud, running up and down the halls and stuff while people trying to sleep. And then if you go down they halls smell like straight butt. Like, nobody taught them how to wash and stuff. Like, some of the house parents had to force them to wash or else they would get in trouble. That's how bad it would get. And yeah, up there I would like get sick because of the climate change. Cause you know, up there I was in mountains, and down here, and I mean, well, like over there, I should say, over there I was up in mountains, and then over here I'm like not in mountains. So it was like a climate change. So I would get sick easily up there, and I hated getting sick. I never really usually got sick, and I didn't get sick until I went up there. So it was bad. And yeah, overall, I would give the school like a 7. It was okay. It wasn't like the best thing ever. Would I do it again? No, I don't want to do it again. But I met good people there, and sometimes I had a good time, you know? And yeah, that's basically what happened. Yeah, I mean, that's what happened. I hope you guys enjoy. It's Jusscj, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Yay!